As we continue to look back at the historic day back in May of 2000, Limestone men's lacrosse capturing its first ever Division II national championship. We're now joined by Brendan Spilker, one of the many standouts on that team. And Brendan, it's been quite a while since you and I have talked. You're looking good. How you doing these days?
I'm doing good, Fabian. Good to see you, sir. Everything is good. Having kids is keeping me young and healthy.
That's right. We should mention that Brendan's 3-year-old is down for a nap. So he's doing this interview, but he's also got to be a little quiet at the same time. That's the day and age we're in, right?
And I'm not good at being quiet, so we'll see how this goes.
Well, you and your family's connections with Limestone Lacrosse obviously runs pretty deep. What was your main draw to come to the South to play for the Saints when the game was really not known much in this region and the rest of the country really didn't think about a Southern lacrosse program like Limestone?
To be honest, Fabian, I feel that it's kind of a 3-part answer there, as in Coach Serino, Coach Fennessy, and then the team at the time, the players at the time. I had a relationship with the current player, Brian Bauer, and then Coach Fennessy doing a great job recruiting in the Maryland area that he did. And then meeting Coach Serino was kind of like the icing on the cake, and his vision he had for the program and instilling in me that I could be a part of that moving forward. It was really an easy decision to go down to Limestone. And then the beautiful campus and the classrooms being that smaller environment really just worked out in my favor and was a benefit to being such a part of a great program.
Let's go to that national championship game. You quietly had a tremendous game. I know they gave out the most outstanding player award, but perhaps you should be given the unsung hero award. You had not only 2 assists on the day, but probably more important, you had 2 goals, one coming in the 3rd quarter, one coming early in the 4th quarter. Both of those goals allowed you and the boys to have a 2-goal separation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's easy to say that was maybe my best career day as a player, but it was also my favorite day as a team, winning that game. And it really came from preparation and the hard work that Coach had us put in and the team put in. And it's easy when you're surrounded by so many good players. Arguably the other midfielders on the field at the same time, whether it's Ricky or John Raleigh and Chris Campbell and our attack of Carlson and Matty Collins and my younger brother Devin, it was a pick your poison type of offense. And I just got my number called and I capitalized on it. But, it started before that game. And in practice, our team, our 3rd line and our 4th line middies, they were the kind of players that would push you and they would be starters on any other team. So, that old cliche that you're only as good as your weakest link, or, the team, how the team makes each other better. Like our team made each other better on a daily basis. And that's really what helped elevate me to play that game in that style. And it helped that it was in Maryland. Not that we needed to be hyped up for a national championship game, but in our hometown, in our home state, in front of our families, that was really important to me. But we didn't need any extra boost to be hyped up. We wanted to be in that game, and we worked hard for that.
Yeah, let me show you a little something here. You're the only guest that I've shown this to. This is the little tab that we had put together for the national championship. But looking through this and preparing for this, Limestone didn't have a tradition. This is only year number 10 or 11 of the program. Looking back in that media guide, that was the 41st season of lacrosse for your opponent, who was no stranger to being in the championship game. So you became one of the first players in program history to play in multiple national championship games with that 2000 title and a runner-up finish in 2001. Share some thoughts, if you will, on those teams that kind of laid the groundwork for the program to win it all in 2002. Now a program that has won 5 titles all time.
And that's amazing. And the hard work and hats go off to all of those winning teams, just like from our first team, that 2000 team. But, I think credit should go also to those teams that ended up being runners up, like last year's team, and there's a lot of years in between those championships from the 2000 to 17 that had a lot of runners up, and I have a lot of friends that played on those teams. And you know, it started even before the 2000 team, but I would say once we really started hitting the weight room and our morning conditioning and things that they have the strength and conditioning coach now, you know, that used to be, you know, Coach Malone and Coach Sessa and Coach Serino
Yes.
meeting us on the field at 6 a.m. And those, you know, when we started doing that next step and that next notch of really wanting it and that drive, it really paid off. And, you know, like I said, it's more than just those winning teams. It's all of the teams in between, and even the guys before me that, you know, we're proud of the hard work they put in. And, you know, that day we won in 2000, there was alumni that were there before I got there that were celebrating with us, and they gave us pregame speeches, and they were just as proud as us as we were of ourselves and our family was. And I think that's a beautiful thing with the Limestone program, is that, you know, any alumni from any year is just as proud as the current year. And that really makes us different than some other schools. And, you know, all lacrosse players have friends in different schools and programs. And I don't think there's one that quite matches the way that our family environment is.
Hey, listen, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule, and we hope the little one continues to sleep for nap a little while longer for you, but always great to catch up with you.
Fabian, it's a pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Brendan Spilker, one of the many standouts on that 2000 national championship winning Limestone men's lacrosse team.